into the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Seahawks and the Steelers on Thursday night.
Ready to get started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Give him 15 yards. First drive of the game. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tolbert, a solid stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Tolbert. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He'll try again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now the Seahawks are going to elect to go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To throw on second down. Madden got his man complete over the middle. That's Keller. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. A give up the middle to Keller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
To throw on third down, Madden. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Cade York on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And they get on the board trailing now 8-3. So we had the touchdown and 2-point conversion to start the game. At least they're able to come back and get 3 on the board for their opening drive.
Yeah, and most coaches will always say, just give me something on the opening drive. Anything you can put up on the board, you feel better about things. And in this case, I like the fact that they resisted the urge to try and match them big because just get the points on the board. You're okay, even though they put 8 on you to begin with.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the fumble recovery, Madden over the middle, and it's incomplete. During these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Madden. And this one is incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what